like seeing the Victor into like Jarvan Aurora. Victor's okay versus the Aurora, but I think on the whole Weibo have won this draft. Prized it recently. Scout going for the Q start, I believe, in mid lane. Helps you with the early trading. Crisp was chunked out. It's a little annoying for the lane. Xiaoshu actually trading really well here. And Light has taken a... Light, my dude. You can't take that much minion aggro. The ward in the brush is really hurting him there. Oh, Xiaohu almost getting the... I think he dies now. I think he dies. Oh, Xiaohu, he missed the Q flash. Scout, great reactions. Xiaohu versus Scout, of course, a legendary matchup here in the mid lane. Teleport back in right now. Shen could get the wall stun. Where's the Poppy going? Goes onto the Jarvan. Knockup stops the Alistair from getting a clean combo. Tien can have flag drag back. That could be a problem. Shen still has flash. Oh, going to Scout. Scout doesn't have flash. If they get the combo, they could kill him. Shotgun lands. It's a top esports player. Of course it is. Tien gave himself the Conqueror stacked. Going on to Shen, who will get himself that charge out draw. I think he'll be safe with the flash. Say that. He does have to use it, though. Teleport back in from Victor. Do they get a combo on? Hang on a second. Hang on. Scout, you don't have flash. Loses half his HP. Xiaohu still has teleport. He can come back in and be full HP for the next phase of lane. Shun is walking back around lane. They combo onto Crisp. He's level 2. He does have flash. What the hell is happening in mid lane? Ooh, Breathe, can he get the ult back? Very close. If you'd got him over the shoulder, he would have been able to ult him back. Now Pays has flash and Barry. He can actually really threaten here. Well, the wave's now behind him. Teleport, that's coming in from the Alistair. Dwarf's been really active in this early game. Tell you what, the Taeyun swap, changing the AD carry in the top lane, really allows supports to go kind of wild in the early game, eh? Draw, can he get the bot back? He can. Breathe does have all out. He can use Draw to get to safety. Auto comes down. Breathe doesn't have flash. He has an all out. I think he's just dead, isn't he? Gatling gun comes over. Valkyrie to close the distance. Breathe can't get himself the extra damage. Pays gets the kill. Draw has been so active on the Alistair. Great job on Casual's video. Thank you. Thank you. It's very kind of you. I enjoyed working with Casual for that. Scout does have flash. It's just come back up. Full passive activated onto Scout. Slow landed from that E. Knockup does come through. Chris has to flash out because he does go into the jungle support of the enemy team. Draw does have flash. So it's flash for flash, Crisp for Scout. Crisp also using the heal. More valuable to get a mid lane. I'm probably unaware, but why is Draw called Draw? I don't know the context behind that one. Is Draw called Draw? Is that a Chinese language thing which I don't understand? Yeah, Dark World, you're not wrong, but... Turns out, trying to pay a broadcast to cover, you know, 900 games a year is actually very, very difficult. Flash away from Draw. Wow, he just was really afraid of getting one shot there, huh? Don't think he needed to be that. Hang on a second, but now he doesn't have flash. Meat's back on the menu. And Draw is a prime. Hang on. Poppy ults. Doesn't get Crisp, but doesn't matter. Draw makes it out safe. Right, good save from Shun here. Breathe does have flash, but Pace is using the quirky early bully power to do some good work here. Oh, sorry. Why does Draw sound like draw? It's Chinese pronunciation. Oh, all that comes through. There is flash and Breathe. Flashes to the Q, gets the slow on it. Pays has the barrier in the flash, though. He's outplaying. Pays can't get the last shots. Trade summoners for summoners. It's not really fair that everything's anglicized everywhere. Yeah, it's a little bit weird to get used to at first. Xiaohu just went mini, does have flash. I don't think he makes it through. There's Dunk coming down from the Cataclysm. The flash comes through. Flag drag after. Tien gets the kill. 1-0-1 for him. 2 kill participation in the early game. 100% KP still. 10 minutes on the board. 3 grubs to Weibo. First dragon being taken by JDG. and Mordekaiser ones were really good. Base Aurelia and Jinx were kind of meh. Prestige Aurelia was good. Hang on. Flag drag towards bot side. Didn't have ult just yet. Chris popped the ult for that. And, oh my god, and he misses the knockup. And he dies under turret. Oh, Chris, no. Oh, jeez. That was not the play he wanted. Yeah, okay. Tien and Chris. World champion jungle support from FPX. Not showing the world championship difference there. Dunking in on Pays, who Valkyrie's out. Light does have the culling, decent damage. There's no barrier, and the culling takes him down. All right, that's a lot better. Light and managing to take down his opposing number. But first, you don't succeed. Try again. Tien does have flash, but not enough damage to take down Joel. Oh, Empyrean Varus is pretty cool too, yeah, that's fair. Not as worth it for giving up laning stats. What Demolish does is make a tank into a split push threat in a way that they aren't normally. For instance, you know, 80 carries are 80 carries. But tanks really need it to convert their tank stats into actual split push threat. Draw is very much alone here. Shun's coming over the wall. Not in range for the wall stun just yet. If Xiaohu walks closer, that could be an issue. Shun hanging about there, just making sure he did have a way across the wall if he wanted to. Did have the flash if he wanted. Bit big to invest on that, though. Pays pushing in bot side. 3 grubs for Weibo reminder, so JDG have none. I have a fun... We're talking about pronunciation and stuff in Twitch chat right now. Oh, God. How do you pronounce fight in Chinese? Haha. Because there is one. Shun getting the wall stun. Slight knockup. Gets the Q2 onto both. And Chris getting a double charm. Scout over the wall. That's not a bad Aurora ultimate. Chris makes it out alive. Tien is very dead. And Xiaohu... Did he just fail flash? Xiaohu... Well, either way, he's dead. Yeah, he did. He didn't get over the wall. Stuck in the Cataclysm. Tien flashing between the Cataclysm and the wall and pinning himself there, I believe. No, actually no. Compared to regular support levels now, it's not that different. It's seen worse. It's a very close game. I wonder what the cricket thinks. I also wonder what the cricket thinks about everything. I need guidance from our cricket. Did lose the grubs, but hey, getting the dragon, they will like that. Well, who did the cricket vote for? I think it voted for Weibo. Alright, Draw going forwards, pops the ultimate, has the ignite running on him, knockup from Chris. Weibo not fully committing right now. Xiaoxu comes in, has Mega, doesn't really want to go much further. Couple of ults traded. Dragon taken by JDG, that's it. Tien's out of vision. Mini Now's about to come in. Does Tien want to go for an engage here? Doesn't have the flash for the dunk. I doubt you can really get him range for that. 1,000 goldie for the Nara over the Kasante. Ooh, hang on a second. Xiaohu's out of vision and gets the dunk onto 3. That's the big ultimate. Shouldn't take some damage. Tien currently in a 1v2. And I think Xiaohu wins those, really. Chris going for a charm. Gets onto Scout, takes a couple of tower shots. The tower is still alive, by the way, and Shun punts them out of tower. Turret goes down to the DOT from 3 grubs. Draw, double knockup. Damage coming in from Scout and Pays, and Shun heads forwards again. Mega Nara into the wall onto 2. Light gets a culling down, but it feels a little bit dull. The dulling. Light pops the barrier. I just don't think you can go 1v4 that confidently, though. Dodges out the false one. Tell you what, fight. Light's doing a damn fine job. Does finally fall, but hey, given the rest of his team was already dead, I'm not really sure what else he could do there. Probably, you know, not fight. That would have helped. JDG lose their mid lane turret. They do kill 4 people in return, though. I think they're okay with that trade. JDG. Oh, if you... Hang on. All out of the wall. Scout. Gonna have Shun for backup. And, you know, Poppy to... that didn't get the wall stun he wanted, but it doesn't matter. Has enough damage. Sunder Sky helps the extra damage. Xiaoxu will die. Not down. No, God. Very interesting. Yeah, because sometimes the way that Indian is spelled as well, and Thai sometimes changes over time. Ooh, good damage back from Pays. Pays is doing tons of damage in the 1v2. Damn near one-shots him. Yeah, Muramana is a hell of a spike. Tien jumping forwards. Pays is doing really well at putting out return damage, you know. I think a lot of Corki players don't use this power spike as well as they should do. It's pretty obvious that Triforce Muramana is a great spike. It's always been a great spike. You know, Ezreal's always used it. Corki's used it a bunch of times across history. Not everyone uses it that well, though. Xiaoshu just continues split pushing. I did think that Weibo had the better comp, but they've just not been playing the team fights nearly as well as JDG. We've actually played pretty well around the Poppy and the Alistar for disengage. Shun is so goddamn tanky now. Xiaohu's just not doing enough damage. Ooh, jumping in. Draw has the ultimate running. Shun still has his ultimate yet to come up. I don't think they found the engage this time. We're just saying, hey, you know, JDG team fighting better. That was a little bit lackluster. Dragon up in 30. Xiaoshu, Megan are on the top side. Appreciate the follows, by the way, over in Twitch. Droz actually had a pretty good game as well. That was just a bit of a meh engage. Not really sure what the communication was there. Shun didn't have a... Yeah, Weibo will get this. Stop the dragon stacking. I don't think JDG are unhappy though. They're still ahead in gold. The Nara's split pushing very well right now. Available. Poppy ult can eject the first people in. Draw can be... disengage as well. I think JDG feel pretty happy about this. That being said, LPL Atakan has not necessarily been the best. There it is. The Poppy ult's fantastic. Gets 2 out. Leaves Breathe alone in the front line. W stops him from getting out easily. Does have the flash, but he won't be able to use it that easily. Good triple charm. All out comes through. Aurora's putting the ultimate into now, and actually Weibo get the first kill of the fight. Xiaoshu, Zhuo in the front line. Pays his jumping force now, and now JDG get the damage in place. Chris does get the knock up, but there you go. Scout's ultimate starts to rip through him. I think JDG have got this one in the bag. They did get the Atakan, and they get a 3-for-1. Shun died for the first time this game. Xiaohu is found out on the other side of the fight. Xiaoshu finds Xiaohu, and we'll have a battle of the Xiaos. The little fight in the bot side. We'll go to the side of the Na, who picks up the kill onto Xiaohu. Now, let me tell you, casting in the LPL, dealing with Xiaohu, Xiaohao, Xiaoshu, Xiaolongbao, Xiaohuangren, it's a hell of a time trying to get your words straight. Gangster has connotations which are not correct here. Hang on, Xiaohu. Also, Draw to use the ult early. Was afraid of the combo coming through. Xiaoshu, one of our other rappers in the bot lane, taking down the inner turret. Scouting some damage to Breathe. Breathe doesn't have flash, by the way. Has to use the W. Hang on a second. Draw a quad out. Not the best target there. Chris does get the charm onto Scout. Can they get the follow-up there? Where's the goddamn damage? Where's the damage? Xiaohu's trying to put in everything into the damn Alistar. Scout finally getting engaged onto. Pays is alive though. How much damage can the Corki do? He is the damage in place. Scout is finally going to get brought down. God damn, it took so much to get onto him. Breathe in the backline. The all-out's working, but now Xiaoshu comes through, and he's another carry. JDG have so much more damage. Oh, JDG, they just have another carry. Breathe, he tried his best to go into the backline, but realistically, the carries are not doing their job for Weibo. JDG clean up. 5 for 2. Draw and Scout, the ones which fall. Alright, that'll lead to the Drought Baron. They have the Atakan already. I think that's probably GG here, folks. JDG have played... Xiaoshu is really starting to be a cleanup threat here too now. Nara's one of those champions where if he goes into mini at the end of a fight with good HP, he is basically a second AD carry. No, Zero, we're not deep frying the cricket. No, we're not frying the cricket. I know that there are... I know that it is like... It is a snack in parts of the world. Chris going forwards, long engage. Tien can't... Draw, great disengage from him. Stops Tien from cleanly comboing out. Scout, doesn't have flash. God, they're putting so... How does he not die? How does Scout not die? Wall stun over the wall from Shun. Double kill to Pays. Is he going to get anything more than that? Quadruple out of nowhere. Penta? Xiaoshu, no, you thief! Xiaoshu still in the Penta from Pays. 13, 1 and 9. Pays having a hell of a good game. Another ace, and that should be the end of the game swiftly afterwards. JDG will clean this, clean it up. Take the first game of the series. No, we're not consuming the flesh of the cricket god. Stop saying we're going to deep fry the cricket. No, stop it. The grasshopper has earned our respect and our faith. Correctly predicted JDG would win the late game, and it did. Nice.